Today I'm going to show you how to brew your own beer. I want to start out by showing you the proper equipment and ingredients to use to create a simple batch. We will need a 7-gallon pot for boiling the beer. Hops give the beer its aroma and flavor. Liquid malt and rice solids provide sugar for the yeast to eat, which makes the alcohol. Priming sugar also provides sugar for the beer as well. The malt and sugar also provide sweetness to contrast with the bitterness of the hops. Yeast comes in powderized form and is added to the beer in the final stages to create the alcohol. Irish moss is added to the water to improve the beer's clarity. It will prevent the beer from becoming cloudy. Gypsum hardens the brewing water. The wort chiller is used to rapidly cool the beer. The fermentation bucket holds the beer for about 2 weeks while the alcohol is being produced, and the siphoning tube is used to transfer the beer from the pot to the bucket. The first step in the beer making process is to bring 2 gallons of water to a rolling boil. Now I'm going to add 1 teaspoon each of the gypsum and the Irish moss. Once the water comes to a rolling boil, I'm going to add the malt and rice syrup solids. So I've added the malt and rice syrup solids and the first rounds of hops. And this is going to boil for about 55 minutes, stirring constantly. Alright, it's been about 55 minutes here, stirring constantly. What I'm going to do now is add the final round of hops. Adding hops at the end of the beer process will increase the beer's aroma. We'll boil these aromatic hops for about 5 minutes just to give it enough time to release the scent. Now what we've just created is called the wort of the beer. The wort is pretty much like a condensed version of the beer, kind of like if you were to make condensed juice and then you'd add water to make it into the juice. We're going to do the same thing with the beer. We're going to pour the wort into the fermentation bucket, making sure we leave the sedimentation behind, and then we're going to add 3 gallons of water until we have 5 gallons. Now I'm going to add cold water until the level of the beer reaches 5 gallons. Alright, now that the beer has reached the 5-gallon mark, I'm going to add the yeast. This is a hydrometer. I'm going to fill it up to the fill line with water, and then I'm going to stick it on this cap here. Cap this off. Alright, in about 2 hours this is going to start bubbling. That's how you know alcohol is being produced, because the yeast is eating the sugar and that gives off carbon dioxide, which makes the water bubble. Once the bubbling stops, you know the process is complete and the beer is ready to be bottled. Place the fermenter in a warm area to maintain a temperature of 68 degrees to 72 degrees Fahrenheit. Keep the fermenter away from sunlight and fluorescent lights. you should notice bubbling in the airlock within 24 hours. Bubbling will slow down significantly and then stop completely after about 7 days. After about 1 to 2 weeks of fermentation, the beer will be ready to be bottled. In my next video, I will show you how to bottle beer.